Astral Chain isn't good. It's first thing in the morning, I'm on my way to work, but before that, I'm gonna go pick up Astral Chain. Got my pre-order receipt ready and I'm on my way to Smith's now to get it. Can't wait. Check it out. Got it, guys. I absolutely cannot wait. I have not been this excited for a long time. Only problem is, I've got to do a whole morning at work now before I can even get my hands on it.
Prime core, fully seated. Activity levels at 35.72, 36.18, 37.95. No sign of chimeric transformation.
Understood. The particle gun is online and ready to fire. Whenever you're ready.
Astral Chain isn't good. It's awesome. Now don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect game and there's loads of things I wish it did better, and it's really cheesy as well, to be honest. But what it does do well, it does amazingly. And you know what, I actually really like the cheesiness. One of the things I was looking forward to most in Astral Chain was a good, fun story. And right off the bat, Astral Chain throws you into a stylish cutscene set in a mysterious research facility. The kind of thing you'd see in like a modern cool anime, and it's the first time we get to see the Legion, and it gives us a little bit of an indication into its creation. When all of a sudden we're alerted to an attack that's happening in the city, an attack that needs the Legion, and what better time to recruit 2 new rookies to the force than right now. After picking and customizing your character, you jump straight into a motorcycle racing scene, where you're racing through a tunnel in order to get to the crime scene where the aberrations, which are actually the enemies in the game, causing all kinds of havoc. Instantly, this is where you see the cool that oozes from Astral Chain. The gorgeous visuals and the spectacular motorbike jumps are nothing short of spectacular and get you pumped up right from the start. This opening scene plays a little bit like an on-rails kind of shooter mode, and to be honest, it's a little bit weird because so far, 2-3 hours into the game, there's not been another gameplay scene like it. It's a bit of a strange start to the game, but I guess it's an opportunity to show some really cool set pieces. Soon after that, you come blasting out of the tunnel and start taking on some of your police business. The next few minutes are the usual gameplay tutorial style that we're all kind of used to these days. And it all culminates up to the point where you get your very own Legion. For the sake of any spoilers, I'm gonna leave the description there. But let's just say your character seems to be unnaturally comfortable and familiar with this strange futuristic tech that they've apparently never seen before. Shortly after the opening scene, we get fully inducted into the upper echelons of the police force with our Legion companion, and we're informed about the situation with the Ark, the aberrations, Chimera, the Astral Gates, and the Legion themselves. The details around all of this are rather thin, to be honest, and leave a lot of information undescribed. This so far has left me with a lot of questions, and I personally like a bit more meat on my video game stories. However, as of now, I'm still optimistic that some of these details may unravel as the game progresses. For now though, I'm happy to have the questions of what the Chimera are and where the gates come from left a mystery, a little bit like the angels in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Over the next few hours of gameplay, the core foundations of what make Astral Chain gameplay started to become a lot more apparent. There was the main research facility / police station, which kind of acts like a hub and where you can perform training. From there on, you can take on new cases, which usually then result in you ending up in a crime scene where you can investigate the area using Iris. Iris is an augmented reality system in the game that helps you by highlighting key areas, suspects and witnesses. Using Iris and the Legion, you can interrogate the whole area to figure out what has gone on and to try and find out where to head in order to solve the mystery. Once you've investigated the area, you usually head off, following one of your leads, where you'll normally come across aberrations, and you're probably trying to track down a Chimera. This part of the game has you fighting regular aberrations as you're going along, and quite often climaxes to a boss battle against the Chimera you've been after. And now the boss battles are where Astral Chain really starts to shine. Over the top, huge enemies appear in a really stylish cutscene, all to the sounds of some pumping metal music. This really gets you psyched up and makes for some awesome fight scenes. The kind of fight scenes that make you feel like an absolute legend. Now I must admit, when I first started playing Astral Chain, it did initially feel a little bit like a glorified button basher with some amazing visuals. However, as I started to play more, the nuances of the fighting system and learning how to control your Legion really started to shine through. The Legion makes for a really unique addition to the gameplay, one which if left alone will just help you out in the background, but if used properly can turn the gameplay from pure button bashing to a skill that takes a lot of practice to master. Now the story was something I was also really excited for. However, after the first couple of hours I can already tell this isn't going to be up there with the Metal Gear Solid levels of storytelling. And maybe I was being a bit too optimistic thinking that it ever would be. The voice acting and the scene-to-scene transitions leave a lot to be desired, almost reminding me of the great quality of voice acting that we'd actually get from some of the early Resident Evil games. And maybe that's being a little bit too harsh. And all of this makes for more of a cheesy B-movie kind of vibe rather than a Hollywood blockbuster. And the plot also comes across a little bit cliche with the usual kind of unexpected and unexplained decisions taken by the characters purely just to move the story along. But that doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying the heck out of the Astral Chain story. It just means I'm coming at it from a different perspective than I would have if I was playing a game like Metal Gear Solid. So far, the first few hours of Astral Chain have been an absolute blast, and the game just keeps on getting more fun and more interesting. I can see myself kicking off my shoes, relaxing my socks, and finishing this game pretty darn quickly, at which point I'll do a full review of it. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss that when it comes out. In the meantime, you can check out some of the other videos while you're here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.